Hi everyone, it's Karen here. Welcome to another video with me. And a few weeks ago I made a sample for Lavinia when they were on the craft store. And I had so many beautiful comments about it. Thank you all. That I decided to make a video tutorial around it. So I'm using, it's really simple. I'm using Distress Oxides in mustard seed for the centre. And all around the edge, I've used 3 greens: Mowed Lawn, Rustic Wilderness, and Forest Moss. I'm using VersaFine Clear Nocturne for the stamping. And the 2 stamps, there are only 2 stamps in this whole card. One is Brodwin the Owl, and the other one is Tree Branch. So we'll get started. The size card that I'm using Lavinia multifarious cardstock, 10.5 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters, and I'm starting with a flat wash brush. This, you can use either a 1 inch or a 3/4 inch brush. So I'm going to start with my mustard seed. Smush a bit onto my mat and spritz a tiny bit of water on it to create a bit of a wash. I'm going to take my brush, make sure that the brush can absorb all of that gorgeous ink, paint, and then I'm going to create, you can see what I'm doing here, I'm just creating a circle in the inside. I'm going to wash off my brush because I'm now going to use the green. Mowed Lawn, same process, squish a bit onto my mat, spritz it with some water, and again allow all of that gorgeous ink to be absorbed in my paintbrush. And again, I'm just going to go round the edge. I am keeping the paintbrush moving, circular motion here, because even though you could just paint it across, if there were any extra brush marks, it's good that it's looking like it's in a circle. So that is the background. How simple is that? Now I just want to show you, if you can see, there is a bit of white here and there. Great, because that's going to give you extra interest. I don't know if you can pick it up here. You can see there's some extra little white bits in here, which you wouldn't have got if we'd have just gone backwards and forwards. So I love being able to do that way. Now, that is nearly dry, but I'm just going to give it a blast with a heat gun quickly. Then I'm going to take my VersaFine Clear Nocturne and I'm going to ink up my Tree Branch. Now, to create this center-looking piece, I'm going to make the branches come up from the edges and the top. And some of them will be at an angle, some of them will be first generation, and some will be second. So the first one that I'm going to do, I've put it at a diagonal and it's partly into the yellow piece. Then I'm going to take this one and put this at an angle as well. So that one's not quite into the yellow. Second generation, slightly oriented it at a different angle so that you're getting this multi-layered look. And I'm going to set this one. You see, I did a first and a second generation. So you can see already how simple is that. So there we go. You can see each time I slightly move the stamp so that the second generation doesn't come out in exactly the same place as the first one. So the reason I'm not just going all the way around is because I want the key points to make sure that they are going to draw this whole picture in. So you can do this with any nature of tree stamps, any nature of any stamps really. No, I'm going to put a first generation on the edge there. So each time you do this, of course, it will look different. Second generation in there. Fabulous. It's building up quite nicely. Then on the sides, obviously we're going to go not so far in. And I'm going to pop this one in here. And I might just put one more little piece. No, there are two more pieces I want to do. One in here and one in here. Voila. No. That's it. I'm done. Yay. I'm just going to turn this over so that you don't get distracted. And then finally, for our stamping, I'm going to I'm going to leave that till the end. And I'll show you why in a second. Now, before I do my blending around the edge, I'm just going to give it a blast with a heat gun so that it doesn't smudge. It shouldn't smudge, but with all the blending and pressing down that I'm going to do, it might. So here we go. So I'm going to take my smoothie now and my 3 colours in Distress Oxides. I'm going to start with Mowed Lawn, which is what I did the edge with. Start with Mowed Lawn, then use Rustic Wilderness and Forest Moss. Right, and I'm just moving this smoothie, circular motion, around the edge of the card. Step 1, that's my Mowed Lawn. Rustic Wilderness. And I'm going closer to the edge. Whereas with my Mowed Lawn, I was sort of going with gay abandon right around. Here I'm keeping these circles a bit smaller so that I can keep to the edge of the card. There we go. And then finally, Forest Moss. So you can see the colours that I've chosen, they're deeper and deeper shades each time, so that I'm literally just kissing the edge of this card, just touching the edge. It's a much more mossy green, darker than the others, which is going to give me the framing that we want. Because always by having a darker frame or sometimes whiter frame, because that's bright, so either dark or white, will bring your eye to the centre of the card. Oh, there you go, looking good. So there we go. And my smoothies, I just wanted to show you. I keep my smoothies in this blending box. It is, you can buy this raw box from Lavinia Stamps, and there's a video tutorial probably around March time where I showed you how I put it together and decorated it. So I keep my smoothies in there. I haven't at the moment because I wanted to show you. I didn't want to tip it upside down and they all fall out. So if you can't find it on the Lavinia Stamps Facebook page, check out my YouTube channel and you'll be able to see it then. But it's a great place to look after your smoothies. And finally, we're going to ink up Brodwin. His wings is just gorgeous. They're really spread out beautifully. And I'm going to put him at an angle. He's sort of flying through the eye of this forest. Voila. There we go, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. What I did on the original, I framed it in white and put a black card behind it. So there we have it. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being here. I'd love to see what you make. It's super easy. See you again soon. Bye.